I feel like Liz is about to get all bougie on us. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
Not bougie at all.
Really?
I don't think. So the next time you go through a drive-thru or go in, you order more than one drink and they give you that little carrier. I always say, I don't need that because I don't like them. I think they don't fit in the car and they're typical to flip. And
you always have to. I put mine on the floor, hopeful that it doesn't spill when I turn a corner.
Yes. Or in the seat and hold your hand on it. So take that little drink carrier and you can make what they're calling a coffee bouquet.
That sounds bougie to me.
Well, to me, it's not bougie because, first of all, the little drink holder is made out of cardboard.
Yeah,
so cardboard not necessarily considered bougie. But
okay, fair enough.
Okay. So in one of the cup holders, obviously, you're going to put cup of coffee, cup of tea, something like that. Then in one of the other little areas for a cup, you put flowers.
Oh.
Then in another one, you put some little snacky snacks, like a truffle or.
I honestly thought you were just going to call a coffee bouquet a bunch of cups of coffee that were different colors in the thing. You're literally putting flowers in this thing?
You're putting flowers in one of the little spaces for a cup. Then you're putting the little candies. You've got your coffee or your tea. And then in the fourth one, you can put a card. And so somebody's having a bad day, or it's a birthday, or it's whatever. This is a different way to celebrate them. And I love this.
That sounds like a lot of time to put it together.
How? No, you go through your Starbucks, your local coffee shop, your whatever.
They do it for you?
No, you get your drink in your drink holder, okay? Then you could even just stop, not in somebody else's yard or anything like this. Grab some wildflowers or in your yard, like my husband does gardenias, out of our yard. Yeah, don't go in somebody's yard.
While the coffee bouquet does sound creative, it also sounds like a lot of work for stuff that's just going to get thrown away. And in the case of the coffee, consumed fairly quickly.
Okay, let me stop right there before I move on with this open mic. Coffee bouquet. Quickly describe what that is.
Coffee in a cup holder. So you've got 4 holders. So you put flowers in one, treats in another, and a note card in the other.
Okay, so he says it sounds like a waste of time. A lot of work.
Consumed fairly quickly. I mean, you could probably just accomplish the same thing for, just slipping them a 10 and being like, here, have a nice day. I don't know, just my 2 cents.
Uh-oh. You should see the eyebrows that are going up now between Ninja and Liz.
Wow, how romantic.
Romantic. You're talking about the 10 spot, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It will, believe me, it will not accomplish the same thing.
The 10 spot, not for a lady who likes to be romanced,
well,
right?
Because there's thought that goes into this coffee bouquet. Not a whole lot of money, honestly, because it's just a few little treats and a note card that you could put on paper just with your feelings, and then some wildflowers and a cup of coffee. So maybe even less than $10.
At the end of the day, I will say he has a point that all this stuff will be thrown away at some point. While you're going to put the flowers in a vase probably, and you got the candies and you'll eat them or whatnot.
Okay, I'll say half of the things may be thrown away. The wrapper from the candy, because that's gone. Then the coffee, that's gone. The flowers, you can press in a book. You can put on a counter and dry, which I have done that.
Okay.
I still have like boutonnieres and bouquets from weddings and things like that. And then the note, keep forever.
Where he went sideways was the 10 spot.
The 10 spot.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
So Yvonne texted and said the love that goes into the coffee bouquet will last forever. A 10 spot is gone with one trip to McDonald's. Yeah.
At least you get a treat from Mickey D's.
Yeah, but now that is totally consumed. Totally.
Yeah,
and it's gone.
Of course. You got a satisfied tummy.
Well,
you put that Big Mac down there and fries.
Yeah.
Whew,
I'm full already.
Get yourself one of those ice cream things. Here's an
won't cover it.
Here's an open mic from the My HISRadio app.
I'm sorry, but no amount of money can replace thoughtfulness. The coffee bouquet, to me, is a perfect example of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, because, you have to do some work.
Well, you have to think about it.
Yeah.
What kind of flowers do they like? What's their favorite coffee?
Nobody's selling this thing. You've got to do it on your own.
Yeah, you put it together on your own. It's not that much work.
You say that.
It's
Here's
not.
yeah, right. For a guy like me, that's a lot of work. Here's another open mic from the My HISRadio app.
How about a cup of coffee and a hug?
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So Krispy Kreme has these Friends donut themes right now.
I love them. I do. And I'm not usually like one to want to run out and get some of these, little things that come out every now and then, these limited time things. These are so cute. They're so cute. And
Well,
they're all
it's something
about
about a
friends.
trifle.
It's a trifle.
Oh, it's a trifle.
Yeah, so there was an episode where Rachel made a trifle for Thanksgiving. And as she was making it, and she's not one to cook at all. And so as she's making it, the pages get stuck together or something. So she ends up putting like ladyfingers, jam, custard, raspberries.
All in a trifle?
Oh, no, that goes into a trifle.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay.
But then when the pages get stuck, she puts in sauteed beef, peas, and onions.
Oh, nice.
And then more custard, raspberries, and whipped cream.
That sounds like a wonderful donut.
Well, Joey's the only one that was able to choke it down, and he actually liked it.
Well,
so.
good for him.
So they make a trifle donut.
So
without
there's a
the
theme.
peas.
There's one that looks like the mirror, I guess.
No, it's the peephole in Monica's
Oh,
apartment.
so it's around the donut hole.
and
I get
so
it.
they put the frame
And then
on
the
it.
how you doing
Yeah,
thing that Joey does.
I kind of don't get the how you doing one, but it is iconic.
So here's the thing. Krispy Kreme, Friends, it's a show made in America. These donuts are only available in the UK.
Until Friday, until tomorrow, I guess, right? And so I'm like, seriously? Like, not that I was going to fly to
The
England
UK.
to get them, but I'm thinking, come on, Krispy Kreme, bring them to America.
You think they would, maybe at one point.
Maybe soon, I hope, because I need the one with the little frame on it. It's super cute.
Yeah.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio, and they say this is the earliest the summer solstice has happened in over 220 some odd years.
I know, which is weird because I'm like, I thought before it's come in at like 11 a.m. or something, but I'm wrong, evidently, because they know more than I do.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
yeah. But it feels like I wore a blazer today.
She did.
And I'm blazing hot. Like, it
Can
is
you take the
warm in
blazer
here.
off?
I'm wearing a tank top, so that's
Oh.
not going to happen.
No. You did shave the armpits.
Excuse me, sir?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you take off the blazer if...
Because I don't wear a tank top to work.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless
So,
the heat or the air.
Leave the blazer on then.
You'll never know if I shaved.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I know you know this, but I'm just going to say it out loud so I also know this.
Okay.
Don't believe what's on the internet always.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I thought everything was factual.
Yeah.
I now stand...
Corrected.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm so glad. So if you have seen
I
this
do.
hack on the internet that says you can take a pillowcase full of your stuff, you don't have to check your bag and pay the fee, that is wrong.
I've heard of this hack. I didn't think that would fly.
I wouldn't think so. And plus, I don't feel like I am the type of person that would show up at the airport with a pillowcase full of stuff. But a guy did. A guy did this. He read it on the internet. He's like, that sounds great. I don't want to pay the $40, $50. So he goes back and forth. He never made it on the plane because he was right there, at the gate. He's trying to check in and they're like, sir, like, what is this? First of all, it was oversized. He had too much stuff in it. And he goes back and forth with them. He's like, no, I read it on the internet. They're like, no, you can't do this. You have to pay a fee and check it. So after they go back and forth so long, he said, fine, I'll just pay the fee. They were like, too late. We already closed the doors. Plane's already taxiing.
Ooh, he probably got
leaving.
triggered on that one, too.
Well, yes, he probably did, but they called security. They called airport police.
Well, if they did that, he was still going off on them.
Right, because he just kept escalating and escalating. And the thing is, for me, I want them as happy as possible. Because, not that I'm looking for an upgrade, not that I'm looking for anything. I just want a nice flight. I don't want drama.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And honestly, every now and then you'll go to check in and maybe you check your bag and it says it's going to be $25 and you get there, it's $40. Or you've paid the fee and they don't have the receipt. Things happen,
They do.
But again, not everything we read on the internet is true.
Like a pillowcase full of your stuff.
I would never do.
Because why? Were they passing it as a pillow or something because of the pillowcase?
I don't know if he was trying to pass. I don't think so. I think he literally thought it's a pillowcase. It, doesn't weigh over a certain amount. But a pillowcase is going to be open on one end, and all your stuff's going to
you got to
roll
hold
around.
it. You got to hold it closed.
Yeah,
as you're going through.
And it was. I think it was
really
king
feel.
size.
I think I've seen this hack, and I'm like, I don't believe it. I think they pass it as a pillow, and they fill a pillowcase with their clothes to say, "This is my pillow."
But there's also, was he trying to put in like a laptop? Was he trying to put in
Put all
his
the
toiletries?
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So you get one of these big excavators. You could either take out somebody's internet, which has happened to me this week, or
Oh no!
or you could find something really cool. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
Well, in Cedar Point, going toward the beaches in North Carolina, they were doing these with an excavator to dig out for a new neighborhood. And when they hit a little bit low, they found some artifacts. And it turns out that they found a village underground that's been there for so long. So all the archaeologists are like, this is amazing. We can't wait to go and see what's here and start digging. So far, they've seen long houses, fish drying racks, some other Native American village artifacts that are there. And they want to keep exploring to see what else they can find. It seems that there's some kind of hang-up because they might push through and still build the neighborhood without going through all the artifacts of what this could be. So there's some kind of thing that's going on, which I just don't really understand. But it is kind of neat what they found as they were digging into this neighborhood to start building it.
Well, they have to make sure that it's not, some sort of sacred land to,
That's true,
Native
yeah.
American, But yeah, that's gonna be a hang up for a little while. So if you have a house in that subdivision, it might get pushed back a little
Yeah, but that's
bit.
Cedar Point, so that's toward the beaches.
Right. But wow. Okay, so that's when you think of honestly this country and you think that America has only been here for so long, for several hundred years, but no, Native American villages and people have been here forever. So, wow.
They believe that this dates back to when Native American Indians greeted the pilgrims that came.
Oh, so they only think it's that far back, not before
not
America was
before.
discovered as America.
From what I'm reading, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So just a couple hundred years old, but still.
Yeah.
Still, it's very cool.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So when it is really super cold out, I mean, we're talking really chilly temperatures in the 20s, my wife makes stew or chili.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really nice. But here we are with this heat wave that we've seen recently, and we're just getting into summer, and it's like, well, what do you make on these super hot days for the family dinner?
Salad.
Salad. It is cold, isn't it?
Right. Coleslaw. I mean, just those things. And I think that is typical summer fares where you have potato salad and coleslaw, broccoli salad, and things like that.
You should hear what Jake eats for dinner when it's a hot day.
Okay.
I had ice cream sandwiches.
That's not bad. You get dairy.
Right.
You get some
The
carbs.
dairy, yeah. Lots of sugar as well. And then Scott has this egg thing, right?
Big green egg.
Yeah.
So nice weather, summertime, anything that I can grill. That's what we're eating. I like to grill, get outside. Yeah.
Green eggs and ham.
Oh, no. That just makes me break out in a sweat, though. Just thinking about being around a grill when it's 95 degrees.
But still.
Well, it is shaded in my backyard in the afternoon.
You've got
so I
that.
don't get that afternoon sun. So it's kind of nice back there.
Well, I wouldn't think you'd be standing in the blazing hot sun while you were grilling, but still, the humidity around? I mean, whew,
It's
no.
okay. I mean, the air is kind of stiff, but, I'm with Scott. You grill on a hot summer day like this. You get the barbecue going.
Inside, near the AC, under the fan.
It's funny that we have hot stuff when it's cold, like my wife makes the chili, and then you have hot stuff when it's a heat wave, like grilling outside the barbecue.
But see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, no, you don't grill outside when it's that hot. But I get when it's cold because you want something to stick to the ribs, and so that's why you're doing the stew because it's got the meat, the protein that'll make your body, it'll stay in your body,
And it's
then
hot.
potatoes, right? It'll stick to your ribs a little bit. They say,
They'll
so.
stick to your ribs.
Yes.
But hey, Jake's got it.
Listen, I have no problem with a banana split for dinner.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
My daughter's getting married in a couple of weeks in Maine, and I saw this and heard this, and I went, oh, no, I hope this doesn't happen to us. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. There's this one couple, 110 some odd guests that are at their wedding, and the person who's catering came down with some kind of food poisoning and couldn't make it.
Yeah.
This is catering we're hearing here. And so they're like, what do we do now? And there's this Long John Silver's type restaurant that's close by where they are, the fish and the chips.
Mm-hmm.
They got all their food from there.
Yeah. So this happened not, even a week before, not even a few days before. It was the day
right
that they got the call.
Well, you don't want this to happen because you can't do anything about it, but they got fast food.
I mean, because things happen. I mean, this was a caterer, and I think it was a smaller caterer that didn't have like a staff that could kind of take over. Mm-hmm. This was the person in charge doing the, whatever they were going to have. And so they pivoted. And there was one of the bridesmaids that was like, I can put on a pot of curry. Like I can do.
A pot of curry?
Yeah, it's an Indian dish, right?
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I wouldn't think, although that would be delicious, I don't know if that would serve everybody because I think it's kind of
work. When it's over 100 guests.
Well, yeah, and it's also spicy. And yes, that'd have to be a very big pot of curry.
All the sounds and smells.
I know, right? So everybody was like trying to pitch in and figure something out. And so the mom was like, okay, I'm going to call this place. I think it's called Crispy's, like around the corner for these fish and chips. They got it done. Everybody was fed. They had their party. They're good to go.
And that place had to work hard because you're talking over 100 people.
Yeah.
To feed fish and chips.
And in a very short amount of time. Even though the call came in in the morning, who's to say it wasn't an 11 a.m. wedding or a 2 p.m. wedding?
That's true.
And you had to drop some fish like right now.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you've ever traveled around Atlanta, but if you have, 285, the Loop.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, that can be a packed road.
Yes, it can.
I don't care what time of day it is. It just seems like there's always a traffic jam on that
I'm
loop, right? Yeah, and you're stuck in it all the time if you go there, especially trying to get to Hartsfield and the airport. Well, there was this horrific accident that happened just the other day on I-285, the loop in Atlanta. And a car cut off another one. I mean, it always happens. And this car lands in the woods right by the interstate. There was this one woman that was there, and she's like, I've got to get out of this car and see if I can help. I mean, she literally witnessed the whole thing. She turned out to be the Good Samaritan and ran over to the people that were in that car. Thankfully, as horrific as this accident looked, because this thing flipped topsy-turvy all over the place and landed on its side, but it rolled a couple of times before it stopped. You're like, something bad happened in there.
Oh, sure.
These people walked away with scratches.
Oh, my goodness.
But while they're trapped in the car, this lady's over there and making sure they're okay and just staying there until the emergency vehicles came to help out. I mean, it's just amazing. And how God, she's like, God was here the entire time.
She was at the right place at the right time.
And how God just orchestrated all that and how these people are going to be okay.
Well, and if she didn't even do anything, like if she wasn't making tourniquets or, things like that, she was there to say, they're on the way. I'm going to be here with you through it all, bringing them a sense of calmness.
Right.
So that's why she may have been placed in that moment. And that means so much. If you've ever been in a car accident, for someone, doesn't know you from anybody, stops to check on you and make sure you're okay, it means the world.
It makes me think, will I stop if I witness something like this?
Mm-hmm. Right. And you never honestly know what you'll do.
Until it happens.
Until it happens. You can think that you will or that you won't. But when you see something like that, my husband and I were in Atlanta and we're going down 85 and somebody flipped. Like, I don't even know what happened. All of a sudden flipped. I saw a car seat in my peripheral vision and I was like, stop. I have to check and see if there's a baby in that car seat. Not that I didn't care for the drivers, but we get up to the car and the guy had, we think, stolen the car because he jumped out and went over the embankment running.
He took off.
Yes,
huh?
So there was thankfully nobody in the car. And he was hurt, but he was taken off. He didn't want to get caught.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I remember back in the day when there would be some kind of natural disaster and a whole village would be just devastated, like an earthquake that's not around here but overseas. And they're trying to come up with a way where they can rebuild but at a low cost. That's really tough to do. This company got together a few years ago. You may remember this. And they started making bricks that are like Legos that anybody can build and
that's
rebuild
a good
home.
idea.
Yeah, and they're really big, and they have to put some kind of cement or something between them to bond these things together. But they're saying that the average person can come and help build and rebuild these homes for people that have lost them in some of these villages where there's a natural disaster that happens in a third world country.
Yeah, because not everybody is going to have that skill set to be able to build a home. But if you have pieces like Lego that just sort of lock together, even if you're putting the cement or the bonding on it, anybody can kind of say, okay, this is how you do that. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, they use some kind of byproducts and organ fibers and things like that. And they said, if you just have a rubber hammer, a water level, and a ring wrench, you're a construction worker for us.
Okay, hold up. Back
You'll be
up.
able to do that.
What's a ring wrench?
A wrench for rings.
Is it? I have no idea. See, I would be like, okay, you're going to have to show me a picture of that. I might be able to find it in the husband's toolbox, but I don't know what that is. Thank you.
But I tell you, Scott's son, I could see helping with this kind of stuff because he is a Lego master.
He is. He loves anything to do with Lego, and he comes up with some amazing designs just in his head. But, yeah, I could totally see him getting involved with that. Come, okay, do this, do that. All right, let me show you how to do this.
Yeah,
Totally.
and I love this company put this together. There was this earthquake in Indonesia back in 2018, and they came up with this product, and it's still going strong. Not a lot of people have heard about it. But wow, I just love how they're doing that to help people out, just to rebuild with these Lego-like blocks.
Yeah, and we know this is going to happen again. You never know when, you never know where, but we know it will happen again.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
There's an epidemic of loneliness in this country.
Well, that's true.
I know, and that's so sad. One thing that some of the experts are thinking that it may have something to do with is people are getting away from having dining rooms or just that place where the family can have a meal together and share day-to-day life experiences, talks.
What's that got to do with loneliness?
Because they're saying that we're not making that time. We're all going to our own spaces to eat, to play video games, to study, to work, we're not hanging out with each other. Even so much as I would think a break room would be part of this. Not everybody, you go and you warm up your food, you get your food, and then you go back to your desk and work through lunch.
That's
I do
because you're
that.
busy.
Right, but busyness can create loneliness as well because
I guess you're right.
if you're staying so busy.
Well, like for instance, Jake, one of our producers, lives in an apartment. Is there a dining room in your apartment?
Not a room, but we have a dining room table.
So is it like in the kitchen? Is it more of a kitchen table?
Yeah.
Kind
Okay,
of like an open floor plan, yeah.
Yeah, because apartments are pretty small, but I don't see Jake as a lonely guy. You're not lonely, are you?
No.
Okay, because if you are, we're going to invite you over this
Yeah,
weekend.
exactly. Come hang out with the fam.
Yeah, right?
Oh, well, free food.
Say that. What'd you say, Ninja?
Oh, well, free food. I'm lonely, right?